One day at SpongeBob's house, SpongeBob and Sandy were practicing their karate skills.
Thank you for coming over today, Sandy. Oh, you're welcome, SpongeBob. Today's the perfect day for karate practice. I just hope we don't end up wrecking anything.
Their sparring was interrupted by the ground rumbling.
What was that? I don't know, Sandy. It sounded like a rumble. Then they heard another rumble, this time louder. I think we better check outside. Agreed.
When SpongeBob and Sandy went to investigate, they shuddered.
No, it can't be, is it? I think it is. It's Godzilla! But that's impossible. Didn't he die? And what's with those shoulder crystals? Then the monster let out an unfamiliar roar. Sandy, I don't think that's Godzilla.
Holy shrimp, why is Squidward's house levitating?
Squidward's house was just floating in the air with no explanation.
Sandy, look! This thing has the power of telekinesis.
And sure enough, the Kaiju was lifting Squidward's house off the ground without even touching it. Could somebody please tell me what's going on? Why is my house not on the ground? It's that thing's telekinesis. He has the ability to pick things up without even touching them. He looks like Godzilla, but he looks like some type of space mutant. We might be looking at a space Godzilla. The commotion woke Patrick up from his nap. Will you clam up? And Patrick threw his boot. It hit Space Godzilla, who just stared at him. Holy shrimp, it's Godzilla! Patrick, that's not Godzilla, but a space version of him. When he died, his cells must have floated into space and mutated with something to create this thing. Could somebody please get me out of here? Squidward, jump down! Are you out of your mind? Trust me, Squidward! Squidward quickly jumped out of his window, and SpongeBob and his friends quickly made a run for it. They ran into Mr. Krabs and Plankton. What is going on? Is Godzilla back? No, worse. It's a mutated version of Godzilla. Godzilla can mutate? Luckily, I've got Kiru on my side. And he got his remote and summoned Kiru. It wasn't long before Kiru showed up. Attack that monster! Kiru rushed towards the mutant Godzilla and started firing at the beast. Then the monster produced a force field, and the missile shot back at Kiru.
What? That thing has a force field?
Apparently, and it just deflected the missiles. Oh dear Neptune, look at that! Space Godzilla began to produce crystals around Bikini Bottom. That creature is turning our home into his fortress! We need to evacuate now! And SpongeBob and his friends had no choice but to evacuate Bikini Bottom. Then Space Godzilla's telekinesis grabbed Patrick. Oh! Patrick, no! SpongeBob tried to run back for Patrick, but Plankton stopped him. Don't, SpongeBob. It's too dangerous. We have to go.
SpongeBob and his friends evacuated back to rock bottom.
Phew, I think we lost him. But am I the only one getting deja vu out of this?
I'm gonna need about 5 years of therapy after this.
While in rock bottom, SpongeBob and his friends took shelter in a diner. So SpongeBob, what do we do about that monster? But SpongeBob didn't say anything. He just moped. Come on, boyo. You always have a plan for these things.
Yeah, we have a plan for these things.
Whoa, SpongeBob, are you alright?
None of you get it, do you?
You all saw what happened to Kiru. That thing is just way too powerful. And now it's either killed Patrick or held him captive. SpongeBob, I don't like that new attitude of yours. Well, where the barnacles do these villains keep coming from, huh? No answer? That's what I thought. You guys can go kill yourselves if you want, but I'm staying here. SpongeBob's friends were shocked by what they just heard. Nobody knew what to say. Sandy finally spoke up. So this is it, SpongeBob? After all we've been through together? SpongeBob didn't say anything. He just glared at his friends.
I can't believe how selfish you are.
Once again, the sponge didn't say anything. Come on, gang. Let's go fight Space Godzilla. But what about SpongeBob? I'm afraid he ain't coming with us, Squidward. The rest of the gang left to fight Space Godzilla, but SpongeBob remained in the diner. When they returned to Bikini Bottom, it was nothing more than SpaceGodzilla's crystal empire. You guys distract the beast. I'll see if I can get Kiru up and running again.
Alright, Plankton, but hurry.
Alright, you space vermin. You don't belong here. Yeah, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? SpaceGodzilla just let out a loud. I hope Plankton can fix Kiru soon. Meanwhile, in Rock Bottom, SpongeBob was sitting by himself in the diner when something caught the sponge's eye. He noticed a strange weasel experimenting on 2 crystals. Excuse me, sir, but what's that you're doing? Oh, hey, I'm just experimenting with these crystals here. Apparently, they have a magnetic force greater than any other. I'm not following you. Well, apparently, these crystals react in various ways. But I think I've been playing with them way too much because they're all worn out and weak. Worn out and weak. That's it! You are a genius, Mr. I didn't catch your name. The name's Buck, short for Buckminster, long for Bah. By the way, you sound like you have an idea. I know how to defeat SpaceGodzilla. We need to destroy those shoulder crystals. I'm afraid you lost me. What I'm trying to say is, Buck, if we manage to destroy the crystals on SpaceGodzilla's shoulders, it will weaken his defenses and make him vulnerable. I say, who is this SpaceGodzilla you speak of? Well, he kinda looks like Godzilla, except he's a mutant from outer space. Godzilla, you say? I've heard of that beast. Its atomic breath is on par with 10 nuclear bombs. Godzilla is a force to be reckoned with. Where are you going, you crazy sponge? I'm returning to Bikini Bottom to save my friends. If you go back there, you will find your friends in the afterlife. That is why I'm coming with you. Deal. Right, away we go, Mr. Sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. Oh, my name's SpongeBob, short for SpongeBob SquarePants, long for Sponge. Nice to meet you, SpongeBob. Let's get this show on the road. Back in Bikini Bottom, Plankton was hard at work repairing Kiru, while the rest of the gang held off SpaceGodzilla. Sandy, you and Squidward find Patrick. I'll hold off SpaceGodzilla. But Mr. Krabs, he'll kill you. Back in me Navy days, they didn't call me hard-shell crabs for nothing. Besides, I'll be fine. Sandy, quick, there's not much time. So Sandy and Squidward went to find Patrick. It wasn't long before the two managed to find him. Sandy, Squidward, thank Neptune you're here. Don't worry, Patrick, we'll get you out of there. The two tried their best to destroy the crystals, but it was no use. The crystals are too strong. Alright, we might have to figure out another way. Meanwhile, Mr. Krabs was overwhelmed by SpaceGodzilla. As the monster was about to finish him off, Q was back in action and started shooting the monster. I don't know how long he can hold him for. While Mr. Krabs and Plankton went to look for the others, Q tried his best to hold off SpaceGodzilla, but the monster overpowered him. Mr. Krabs and Plankton had reunited with the others and they watched the fight go down. Q seems to be having a hard time fighting that mutant. Looks like this is the end. Brace yourselves, said Sandy as she closed her eyes tightly. As SpaceGodzilla was about to finish off Kiru, SpaceGodzilla felt a horrible pain on his back. A beam of radiation struck his back. SpaceGodzilla was stunned and he went down. The gang opened their eyes, and they were shocked to see Godzilla standing in the distance. Godzilla let out a loud roar. SpaceGodzilla quickly got up to face him. The two monsters stared at each other. I think there's gonna be a fight. And sure enough, they began to fight. Soon, Q joined in, and it was Battle of the Godzillas. But even with Godzilla and Kiru's combined efforts, SpaceGodzilla unfortunately overpowered them. That thing is just way too strong. We're doomed, I tell you. Doomed! Oh, no, we're not, said a voice. Everyone looked to see where the voice was coming from. And there was SpongeBob walking towards them. SpongeBob, you're back! Everyone, we need to target SpaceGodzilla's shoulder crystals. For Neptune's sake, what are you blabbering on about, me boy? If we manage to destroy SpaceGodzilla's shoulder crystals, it'll weaken him to the point where he becomes vulnerable. Anything's worth a shot if it means getting me out of this prison. Alright, so what's the plan? Buck here will distract the beast long enough for me to get a good shot. Leave it to me. I've dealt with this before. While Buck is distracting SpaceGodzilla, Plankton, I need you to use Kiru to target the shoulder crystals. I'm on it, SpongeBob. Right, let's see what we're working with here. Holy mackerel! That monster could easily wear Rudy as a shoe. Wait a minute, who's Rudy? What? Oh, nobody. Anyway, back to work. So while Buck distracted SpaceGodzilla, Plankton was getting Kiru into position.
Come on, you dumb kaiju, stop moving.
Their chance came. Now! And Kiru shot a missile at one of SpaceGodzilla's shoulder crystals. Success! Alright, that's one down. Now to take out the other. Plankton repositioned Kiru to fire at the other shoulder crystal. Fire! And Kiru shot another missile. And it was another direct hit. SpaceGodzilla was devastated by the loss of his crystals. He tried to use his powers and produce a force field, but now he was too weak, to the point where Godzilla used his atomic breath to finish the beast off. With SpaceGodzilla defeated, the crystals were destroyed and life in Bikini Bottom was back to normal. Yeah, we did it! Yeah, take that, you intergalactic piece of trash! Yeah, go back to space where you belong, you Godzilla knockoff! Well, I guess my work here is done. I better be going now. Wait a minute, Buck, where are you going? I'm off to find some more adventure. I'm afraid I cannot stay. Well, one thing's for sure, I need a vacation after all of this. I agree, let's go on a vacation. But SpongeBob, where are we gonna go for vacation? But that is a story for another day.